Starting with the name of Allah, who is the most Rahman and Rahim, respect teachers and my dear class fellows, Assalamu alaikum. We are here from 8th class from Taqwa Model Higher Secondary School. We want to discuss about ecology. The study of relationship between organisms and their environment are called ecology. Relationship among organisms of their environment. Intraspecific interaction. The interaction between the same species are called interspecific interaction. For example, human to human. Interspecific interaction. The interaction between the different species are called interspecific interaction. For example, dog to cat.
Competition. The competition occurs when two or more organisms seek same limited resource.
Excuse me, Noor, what is the example of competition?
Miriam, just like the example of competition, lion and tiger mostly fight for one same food word of each other. Competition occurs when two or more organisms seek same limited resource. The organisms living in an ecosystem share their resources such as food and space. In some cases, resources become limited. This creates competition among organisms.
In predation, one organism, a predator, kills, attacks and feeds on the other organisms of prey. For example, a frog preys upon an insect.
Excuse me, Mehak, how predation maintains an ecological balance?
Either predation keeps prey population under control so as to maintain an ecological balance. Human benefits from these interactions in the biological controls of weeds and pests. In order to control the pests in an area, predator release there.
Symbiosis depends on whether either or one both organisms benefit from the relationship.
Mutualism, a symbiotic relationship in which both species benefit from each other, just like Egyptian plover and Nile crocodile.
Excuse me, Dua, I have a question. How do they benefit from each other?
Bushra, let me explain. A small bird is called the Egyptian plover, is daring enough to go inside the crocodile mouth and eat food stuck between the crocodile teeth. In return for its cleaning service, despite having a strong bite, the Nile crocodile does not eat the Egyptian plover. In this way, two organisms healthy for one another. The crocodile offered the food sources and bird offered the cleaning service.
Today I elaborate commensalism, a symbiosis relationship in which only one organism gets benefit and otherwise neither get benefit or harm. It's called commensalism.
Excuse me, Aisha, please explain more about it.
A larger fish can travel large distance. When a small fish wants to cover large distance, it rides on larger fish. Smaller fish get benefit while larger fish neither get benefit or harm.
Parasitism, a symbiotic relationship in which one organism gets benefit and other will harmed is called parasitism. For example, when a tick lives on a dog.
Excuse me, Arisha, is tick harmful for dog?
Arush, it is good for tick but bad for dog. The tick get food and home, but the dog could get sick. The tick is a parasite, an organism that feeds on its host. The dog, on other hand, is a host. Parasite lives on other organisms to get nourishment.
I would like to tell you nutritional relationship between the organism. One of the most important thing about the role of species is how it gets its energy. Ecologists study the flow of energy through communities and discover the nutritional relationship between the organism. Most of interaction between the organism of different species occur when one organism feeds to the another organism. Food contains nutrients and energy needed for survival. When one organism became food for another organism, the sum of energy in first organism is transferred to the second organism.
Producer are organisms that store and use energy from other sources to produce food. For example, plant. Consumer are organisms that take in energy when they feed on producer or other consumer. For example, humans. Decomposer. When organisms die, other organisms called decomposer. Decomposers store the energy when they break down the remainder of organism. For example, bacteria and fungi.
An ecological energy pyramid compares the amount of energy available at each level of the food chain in ecosystem. A pyramid of energy usually has 3 or 4 levels. Only about 10% of energy transfer in the pyramid available by the next level. Only by the time the top level is reached and the amount of energy available is greatly reduced.
Excuse me, I will explain the model of ecological pyramid.
Aska, let me explain this model. The first is producer, second is primary consumer, then secondary consumer, the last one is tertiary consumer. Primary consumer eats the producers,
Secondary consumer eats the primary consumer. Tertiary consumers eat the secondary consumers.